Hi folks, and today, or this evening rather, I would like to do a quick overview of Dusty Motors chassis and shock absorber protective covers. This particular one will fit, hopefully, both my 1/10 Traxxas Summit and Thunder Tiger MT4. So whenever I used to go playing in puddles and messing around in the mud and just going off-road, when I got home or when I got back to clean things up, it was just mud and dirt and leaves everywhere, and these are, you know, quite expensive, delicate components, and if I can invest in something that will protect them even a little bit, then I will. In particular, the ESC, this is a Castle Sidewinder 8th. Leaves will sometimes get caught in that little fan, and so I wanted some way to keep all of the outside back. So I've got one already open, so essentially it's just a very fine mesh, but the mesh is really fine. I mean, I may try and run some water on it. Let's see if I can. I mean, this is not a scientific test, but it's not absorbing. It is definitely keeping out. Now Dusty Motors never claimed this to be waterproof. It does claim to be splash proof, so it will keep a lot of the water, well, a majority of splashing out, but if you submerge it, then obviously it's everything's gonna get wet. This thing literally wraps around the chassis, so it kind of goes like that. I've got Velcro strips that go all the way around, in theory, around the side of the Traxxas chassis here. Now the biggest problem I can spot is that's where the battery compartment is. Opens and shuts like that. So I need to get the batteries out to charge them. Now if this strip is all the way along here, okay, like that. That's not such a bad thing in itself, but it's got a zip. Now I guess the zip can be handy because at the moment the Sidewinder 8th has no on-off button. There's no power switch, so the only way to power a thing on and off is to connect to battery connectors to the LiPo batteries. So that means I'm not constantly, but it means I will be opening the bag when I put that there, Velcro strip around there. I'm going to make a slight cut there, a long strip that goes across the battery compartment, and then another part that goes around there. Another part that they give you is basically, it's like well, all I can say is it's like a funny looking shock condom, and as you can see, it just covers the shock absorbers from dirt, grit and that kind of stuff. Now if you can see that one, but in between there's a bit of dirt and grit and manky stuff. So this this basically elastic sock goes around it. The front too. It's very easy. You just kind of measure it up and then snip, and then take the shocks out. Just 2 bolts. Wrap it on, and then put it back on. Right, folks. I've managed to put on the other 3 socks. So you can see the one in the foreground I'd put on prior to this video made, and then I put on the second rear one and the 2 fronts. So the second part was essentially just cutting the Velcro strips and to measure, and in my case I had to cut into 3 pieces. You know, for other chassis it may be different, but the Traxxas Summit is different in that the probably 2/3 of it actually opens so you can put the battery in, so that's why I just had to make a slight little cut there. And the adhesive is actually very strong, so providing there's no direct pressure to pull it off, this should be fine. Dun, 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 dun. Ta-da! The whole thing fits on fine, no problems. I mean, I wouldn't say it was snug. I mean, as you can see here, there's some bit of flappage, and same again here. Oops, so we're getting there. See again, light in the way. So as you can see there, Dusty Motors, protective cover, ready to go. Everything's relatively clean, dry at least. That's it. And do the zip up. Oh, alright guys, see you tomorrow.
So the next morning, go out to the park and find a puddle. Hooray! And a little doggy who liked chasing tractors. So yeah, this puddle was not very deep, but proper slushy, proper muddy, smelt funny, and I thought it was a good test for the Dusty Motors cover, just to see what kind of abuse it could get. So spent about 5 minutes going in and out of this puddle and several other puddles. Overturned it, hooray! So it did get drenched upside down for a good 30 seconds or so. Further on down, I found a kind of minor wooded, twiggy, dirty area. Again, just to see what kind of dirt and grit the Dusty Motors would pick up. And then when I got home, opened it up. The tractors was literally dripping wet. Opened it up, and to my surprise, it was not as bad as I thought, considering what I was throwing at it. What's inside the cover, I was, to be honest, disappointed that it wasn't drier. Maybe I was naive to think that it would protect it from even the splashes that it got, but it was damp in there. But there's no leaves, no twigs, no debris, no stones, so it did its job in that sense. So I'm very happy about that. Yesterday, I did manage to put the Dusty Motors cover on the MP4. Gave it a bit of a run, a drier run, in a local grassy area. Still got quite dirty. I mean, it wasn't too bad. Very wet grass. As you can see, lots of ground debris, grass, twigs, a few stones got kind of picked up. But inside the cover, relatively dry, not bad at all. Was very pleased to keep all the components nice and safe. So that's it, folks. Overall, I would recommend the Dusty Motors and protective cover. If nothing else, just to keep dirt, grit, and debris out of your precious components. So, folks, like if you like, dislike if you dislike, and please leave some comments below. I do like reading them. Let me know what you think of the Dusty Motors protective cover. Would you get one? Do you think it's a waste of money? Do you have one? Let me know your thoughts. Maybe even share a video if you have one already up on YouTube. So that's it, folks, and I will see you next time.